From the pages of a lost Chinese classic, a bizarre voyage across a world of wonders. This is the Vermilion Quill's chronicle of Flowers in the Mirror. After the pretense of the land of scholars, Duo Jiu-gong was ready for a change. The next stop, the Black-Toothed Kingdom. From its primitive-sounding name, he expected simple, rustic people, untouched by scholarly tradition. But his assumptions shattered. The people were civilized, yet utterly alien. Their skin was the color of pale stone, set against shocking, vermilion lips and brows, and their teeth were lacquered pitch black. To Duo Jiu-gong, this was not culture. It was grotesque.
Hideous faces,
He muttered, convinced his mind must also be barbaric. He had judged their book by its alien cover. Lin Zhiyang, ever the merchant, saw not a culture, but a market. Believing this aesthetic was a flaw to be fixed, he set up his stall, offering powders to whiten their hideous teeth. The women dismissed him. They didn't want powders, they wanted books. Lin, stunned, realized that in this land, intellect, not appearance, was the true measure of beauty. He ran back to the ship, a new plan forming. Meanwhile, Duo Jiu-gong and Tang found a school for women. Believing himself a master scholar from a superior land, Duo decided to enter, eager to enlighten the pupils. The duel began. After a polite query about a complex character, Duo Jiu-gong proudly listed its 10 pronunciations, believing the matter settled. He leaned back, the very image of authority. The student calmly listed 2 more he had missed. Duo Jiu-gong sneered, dismissing it as a childish trick. But Tang, watching from the side, nodded slightly. He sensed the duel was just beginning. The student then went on the offensive, attacking the core logic of a famous interpretation. This was no longer a test of memory, but a devastating display of critical thought. Duo Jiu-gong was unprepared. He only knew the rote answer, was speechless. He reached for his tea. Tang, however, recognized the brilliance and nodded in approval. Feeling cornered, Duo Jiu-gong played his trump card, a notoriously complex text, the I Ching. He was certain these provincial girls had never even seen it. She asked calmly,
Which one of the 93 commentaries?
The number hung in the air. A wave of implied knowledge crashed down. Duo Jiu-gong's face turned ashen. He was defeated, utterly. She turned to her friend and spoke a riddle.
Is this not egg? Won't be moose.
Duo Jiu-gong, now sweating profusely, felt the sharp sting of humiliation, but he lacked the knowledge to even understand how he had just been insulted. Suddenly, the door crashed open. It was Lin Zhiyang, holding a sack of scrolls from the ship.
Scrolls for sale.
He yelled.
I heard you value knowledge.
The student smiled coldly.
We read. We don't buy.
Seizing the chance, Duo Jiu-gong, his pride shattered and now shamed by his companion's commerce, grabbed the bewildered Lin and fled. Back on the ship, in humiliated silence, Duo Jiu-gong finally solved the riddle.
Ignoramus. She was calling me an ignoramus.
As the city faded, Tang reflected on the journey's bitterest lesson. They had come to judge outward ugliness, only to have their own inner ugliness exposed. They thought them savages. It turned out they were the fools. The chronicler's note. Duo Jiu-gong's arrogance came from 2 places: his prejudice against their hideous appearance, and his pride in his own scholarly title. The women of the Black-Toothed Kingdom shattered both. They proved that true intellect is not a title you hold, but a practice you live. It forces us to ask, in our own lives, how often do we judge substance by its cover, or mistake our own credentials for true competence?